Maru Suhara, an unassuming high school student, finds himself captivated by the literary works of his classmate, the renowned and popular novelist Shirokuse Kachai. Despite the striking disparity in their public standings, Kachai takes an interest in Maru and chooses to cultivate a friendship between them. As the Confession Festival approaches, Maru confides in his friend Kai Tetsuhiko about his intention to confess his feelings to Kachai. Kai, however, dismisses the idea, asserting that she is beyond Maru's reach and advising him to abandon his pursuit. Meanwhile, a confrontation unfolds as an assertive girl snatches Kachai's homework notes, inciting Kachai's fiery wrath. The notes are shredded in a fit of anger, leaving Maru taken aback by her unexpected outburst. The sight of her crying in solitude within the library perplexes Maru, yet he hesitates to intervene. Subsequently, a conversation with Kai delves into Maru's potential romantic entanglements, specifically his connection with childhood friend Kuro Ashida. However, their dialogue is interrupted by the very subject of their discussion, Kuroha herself, who materializes seemingly out of thin air. Her teasing demeanor leaves Maru flustered, adding another layer of complexity to the unfolding dynamics. Out of embarrassment, he tries to sneak away to avoid confrontation, but Kuroha catches him. It is then revealed that he rejected her confession because of his first love, Kachai. Just then, Kachai discloses that she's already going out with her boyfriend, Abe Mitsuru, leaving everyone surprised. Maru is devastated to hear this news and departs from the classroom. Later on, near the riverbank, Kuroha arrives to console him. She claims that her feelings for him are still there, and she'll always look out for him. Afterwards, she proposes the idea that they should get revenge against Kachai for playing with Maru's innocent nature. Meanwhile, the very idea of Abe dating Kachai and having all sorts of fun with her upsets Maru, so he agrees to execute Kurohara's idea. At home, after watching an interview of Abe talking to the media about his acting career, Maru gets more determined than ever to take his revenge. The following day, he meets Kuroha and suggests finding Abe's weakness and exposing it publicly. On the contrary, she suggests that they pretend to be in a relationship, and Maru reluctantly agrees. Much to his surprise, she then starts flirting with him and tries to kiss him, but the thought of Kachai pops up in his mind, causing him to run away. Later on, he gets frustrated after failing to find any kind of weakness or flaw in Abe. Suddenly, Abe arrives and tells him that he remembers Maru as the genius child actor, leaving him confused. It is revealed that Maru is the son of an unsuccessful actress and a stuntman. Abe tells Maru that he was his inspiration to become an actor but now considers him a rival. Furthermore, Abe explains that the reason he started dating Kachai was to make him jealous. He wanted to prove himself superior to Maru in any way possible. Maru gets infuriated. However, Abe adds fuel to the fire by revealing his plan to formally confess to Kachai at the Confession Festival. Later on, Maru tells Kai that he'll act in the upcoming festival's play, leaving him a bit surprised. Anyhow, Maru states that they'd have to do something extraordinary and unique in order to upstage Abe. Kai tells him to request Kachai to write a script for their play, but their conversation gets interrupted by Kurohara. She publicly discloses that she and Maru are officially dating each other, leaving everyone in a state of shock. Maru then timidly asks Kachai if she would be willing to write an amazing script for his play, and she agrees. They exchange phone numbers, and later that night he receives a text from her asking him if he's free for a call. Just then, Kuroha visits him, and they have a random discussion about her sisters and her bad cooking skills. Afterwards, she finds a picture of him playing with his old childhood friend, Shiro. Maru reveals that Shiro was the son of a sponsor whose drama he was doing, and they were close friends. Suddenly, he receives a phone call from Kachai to talk about the play, which causes him to rush to his bedroom. However, Kachai overhears Kurohara's voice, becomes jealous, and tells him to meet her tomorrow alone in the library. Later, when Maru tells Kuroha about Kachai's call, she becomes jealous as well. They both start teasing and flirting with each other, but Maru gives up out of embarrassment. The following day, while rehearsing for his play, Maru abruptly loses consciousness and later wakes up in the nursery alongside Kachai. She gives him the script and, in return, asks him to explain why he quit acting. Much to her surprise, Maru reveals that his mother, a struggling actress, died in an accident on the set, which fully traumatized him and forced him into hiatus. Later on, it is disclosed that Shiro, Maru's childhood friend, is in fact Kachai. She was an antisocial child, and her father introduced her to Maru. They became good friends, and he promised to act in her play but soon stopped visiting her. Feeling betrayed, Kachai decided to get revenge by becoming the most competent and gorgeous woman ever to make him regret that he didn't come to see her again. She thought her promise was meaningless for him, but after hearing the real reason, she realized that he was still her first love. During the night, Maru and Kuro devise a plan to interrupt Abe's performance and steal the spotlight from him. She tells him to confess his feelings to Kaichai to ruin Abe's confession. On the day of the confession festival, Maru is well prepared and encounters Abe on his way to the classroom. They both intimidate each other, and Maru proceeds to his classroom. There, he interacts with Kuroha, who's dressed in traditional Japanese clothes because of their theme. Afterwards, he encounters a mysterious person standing on the opposite side of the stairs. He instantly identifies him as Shiro and apologizes to him for disappearing suddenly 6 years ago. He states that he even remembers their promise, and then Shiro reveals his true identity as Shirokusa Kaichai, leaving him all surprised. She starts crying and tells him that she wanted to disclose this information earlier, but seeing him with Kuroha made her vexed and sad. However, when she got to know the real reason why he quit, she couldn't wait anymore. On her way back, she confronts Kuroha, who overheard their entire conversation. The two of them then declare each other rivals and leave. Later on, Maru and Kuroha take a complete walk around the festival. However, before the final play, she slaps him and tells him that their fake relationship has been reset. Therefore, whatever happens during the confession, she'll be watching him. The play opens with Abe, who puts on a song and a striking dance performance during his confession. Afterwards, Maru upstages him and delivers a breathtaking performance, leaving everyone rooting for him. During his confession to Kaichai, he discloses his plans for revenge instead and claims that he did love her in the past. However, he confesses his feelings to Kuroha, saying that she was always there for him, but she happily rejects him, leaving him shocked. After the festival, Abe reveals to Kai that Kaichai wanted Maru to confess to her, but he didn't. That's why she lied about being in a relationship with him in order to trigger Maru's feelings and make him confess his feelings during the festival. Furthermore, Abe claims that he happily played the role of the bad guy because he's a huge fan of Maru and wanted him to return to acting. They later conclude that Kuroha rejected Maru as revenge for herself being rejected and regretted it. Consequently, they claim that, in the end, everyone lost. The scene then shifts to a girl watching the video of Maru's performance on her phone and calling him her big brother. During the night, Maru continues to suffer from the humiliation of the festival, while Kuroha regrets her decision to reject his proposal. On the other hand, Kaichai still loves Maru and blames Kuroha for ruining her chance with him. The following day, while the three of them are still depressed, Kai tells Maru that he has uploaded his rejection video on YouTube and it has gone viral. Moreover, he reveals that Maru has become a hot topic on big news channels. Consequently, they get into a fight, and just then, Maria Mamasaka, a famous actress, arrives in the class and hugs Maru, leaving everyone surprised. Therefore, Kaichai and Kuroha get jealous, asking Maru to explain himself. He reveals that Mamasaka is his disciple and a childhood friend from his agency days. He taught her acting, communication, and social skills. Mamasaka, on the other hand, confesses that Maru's her first love, and she'll make sure he forgets both Kaichai and Kuroha, leaving them infuriated. Later on, Kai apologizes to Maru for uploading his video without consent by treating him to pizza. Kai claims that his intention was to make him rethink returning to acting. Just then, Kai's middle school friend, Asagi Rina, a jack of all trades, arrives and reveals she's the one who brought the pizza. Maru's pervertism kicks in, but Rina shuts him down by saying she doesn't give any seductive services. Afterwards, she starts teasing him, and their conversation gets interrupted by Kaichai, who comes with her friend Mako. She hesitantly asks him out on a date, but Mako intervenes and changes the topic. Just then, Kuroha shows up, but Maru becomes afraid to confront her and hides behind Kaichai. Kaichai then uses this opportunity to insult Kuroha, forcing her to leave the room while Maru notices her tearful eyes. During a phone call, Maru tells Kai that the reason he got scared is because he considers himself too dumb to understand how she feels. Afterwards, Kai ends the call and asks Kuroha, who overheard everything, about her next step. Later at home, Maru is surprised to see Mamasaka waiting for him. He wonders how she was able to get inside, and she reveals that she borrowed the keys from Kuroha's mother. Afterwards, they have a discussion about her career, and Mamasaka explains that she needed a strong excuse to visit him. Furthermore, she tells him that their old agency owner retired and the new one is her son. The boss has asked her to invite him and Kuroha for a meeting. Suddenly, Kuroha's sisters start knocking on the door, and Maru gets flustered. He quickly hides Mamasaka and opens the door. The sisters then reveal that Kuroha is acting weird and has developed amnesia. During their discussion, Mamasaka arrives, and Maru introduces her to everyone, starting with Midori, the second one. Then he goes to Ai, the third one, and Akane, the youngest one. It is revealed that, including Kuroha, all of them are known as the Colorful Sisters. Mamasaka, on the other hand, starts toying with Maru to tease the sisters. After her departure, Maru and the sisters discuss Kuroha's condition. However, he teases Midori for being a bit of a tomboy. Before leaving, Akane advises him to make every choice with a positive mindset. Maru expresses his feelings of gratitude and grabs her hands out of excitement, leaving her flustered. The next day, Maru hesitantly encounters Kuroha, and they decide to start over with their relationship. Just then, Kaichai arrives to pick him up. However, Maru brings Kuroha with them as well. On their way, Kaichai tells Maru that she believes Kuroha hasn't lost her memories, so he decides to test it out. Later, in a private lunch with Kuroha, Maru feeds her an octopus wiener, something she can't eat. Much to his surprise, she easily eats it, proving that she does have amnesia. Afterwards, he asks her if they should visit the CEO of the talent agency, and Kuroha replies that it's up to him. He gets emotional, and she hugs him, but their sweet moment gets interrupted by an angry Kaichai. It is revealed that she was spying on them. She then expresses her wish to see Maru return to acting. Due to the differing opinions, Kai proposes an alternative idea. He claims they can open a WeTube channel to upload videos with scripts written by Kaichai. Maru agrees to the idea but decides to visit the talent agency first to discuss the possibility of his return. Everyone, including Mamasaka, accompanies him, and they meet Shun, the new CEO of Hardy Pro, a talent agency. Shun offers them a $100 million contract, and Maru gets tempted, as he can use that money to do pervy stuff with Rena. However, Kuroha refuses, and Shun insults her parents. Maru gets infuriated and drops a bottle of wine over his head. Tensions escalate as Shun's outburst casts a dark cloud over the room, labeling everyone as scum. Kai, consumed by anger, teeters on the edge of physical confrontation. Maru, quick to defuse the brewing storm, steps in to halt the potential conflict, his intervention serving as a beacon of reason. Simultaneously, Shun's frustration finds an outlet as he dials the police, only to abort the call upon the arrival of an unexpected guest. Amidst the charged atmosphere, Kai instructs the group to unite in a collective lie, asserting that nothing untoward occurred. The majority concur, except for Kuroha, whose moral compass sways her towards honesty. The unexpected arrival unveils Suikairu, Kaichai's father, whose arrival disrupts the turmoil. The reunion between Suikairu and Maru crackles with the electricity of history, promising a potential shift in the unfolding drama. He urges Maru to recount the narrative, seeking clarity amidst the chaos. Seeking resolution, Mamasaka emerges as a voice of reason, proposing an unorthodox solution to the turmoil. She suggests a commercial contest, pitting Hardy Pro against Kai's WeTube channel, Ultramarine. The stakes are clear. Shun's victory would secure Maru's allegiance to Hardy Pro, while his defeat would spare both Maru and Kai from legal repercussions. A digital battlefield is established, with commercials becoming the weapons of choice. Mamasaka crafts a platform for public opinion to decide, fostering a dynamic that transcends personal conflict. Maru's desperation leads him to humbly beseech Mamasaka's participation in his commercial, an offer she tactfully declines. Her counter-proposal aims to display her transformation over the past 6 years through her role in Shun's production. The ensuing day launches the Ultramarine Alliance into action, embarking on the creation of their sports drink commercial. Amidst the creative process, the layers of Mamasaka's past begin to unravel, exposing a painful history. The sisters, Mamasaka and Iri, escape from their abusive parents' clutches. Despite Iri's academic brilliance, she forfeited her college dreams to sustain her sister. Maru's appearance offered a lifeline, a chance to break free from their previous existence. He honed her talents, fostering a connection that abruptly dissolved. Within the tapestry of their shared history, Mamasaka found herself cast adrift. The talent agency's offer introduced her to the enigmatic world of entertainment, bringing her into contact with Maru once again. As the Ultramarine Alliance's debut commercial takes shape, Mamasaka recognizes a missing focal point. An impulse to reshape their creation beckons her to communicate with Maru, urging him to elevate their production. The subsequent night sees the sisters immersed in the second commercial, featuring Acid Snake's latest song. Maru's magnetic presence dominates the screen, their collaboration propelling them to victory in the commercial contest. The narrative takes unexpected turns as revelations cascade. Kai's meeting with Suikairu unveils a secret: his knowledge of Kai's lineage as Shun's son. However, Suikairu pledges support for Kai's WeTube channel, underscoring the complex interplay of connections within the tale. As the layers of the narrative are further peeled back, Kai crosses paths with Abe, uncovering the orchestrator behind the commercial contest, Kuroha. Her intentions come to light to draw Maru close and diminish the likelihood of his return to the entertainment world. The following day heralds a fresh chapter. Mamasaka, a harbinger of change, announces her enrollment at Maru's school. A candid declaration follows as she openly voices her desire to foster a deeper connection with him. Amidst these threads of connection, Maru encounters Rina, who probes his relationship with Kai. In response, Maru affirms the steadfastness of their bond, a testament to the loyalty that has endured throughout their shared history. The tale reaches its zenith as Maru's journey intersects with Kuroha once more, and a slip of the mask reveals the truth. Her amnesia was fake. Maru is taken aback after discovering that the amnesia explanation was a lie. He presses Kuroha about her motivations for executing this deceptive conduct, but she refuses to provide an answer. Maru, overwhelmed by his feelings, falls victim to rage and crosses a delicate line by referring to her as the Black Heart. The declaration symbolizes the beginning of their declared conflict. Maru is tormented by regret for his statements upon reaching his house and fears that Kuroha will respond. He struggles with the internal conflict of grasping the truthfulness of her feelings. Kuroha decides to enlist a mediator at the same time because she fears other forces may take advantage of the circumstance. Meanwhile, Kaichai forms an unhappy partnership with Kai. Everyone in the club joyfully greets Mamasaka as Kai announces her as a new member of the Ultramarine Alliance. He describes the Alliance's regulations and offers a new proposal for a beach project for the upcoming long weekend. Kaichai first opposes the initiative, but it is approved when it is suggested that Kuroha's sister can participate on the second day. Kuroha and Mamasaka, however, believe that Kaichai might be behind this beach project, and they have their doubts. Due to this mistrust, Maru and Kuroha argue, with Maru, unexpectedly, putting more faith in Kaichai than in Kuroha. When AI gets home, she takes over Kuroha's chores and notices the friction between Maru and Kuroha. AI investigates the motivations and grounds behind their quarrel, most likely at Kuroha's request. Kuroha's error is acknowledged by AI, who advises Maru to make up with Kuroha before engaging in any illicit connections while at the beach. Kai, however, remembers a previous discussion with Soakairo in which they discussed Rina being his half-sister. Kaichai thanks Kai for helping out, but he comments that it might be better if Maru stays away from any potential love relationships with the girls. He believes that Mamasaka's behavior will decide the outcome of their beach trip. Maru takes advantage of Iri's transportation and begins to monitor Kaichai's behavior, which leads to a fight with Iri. After seeing this, Mamasaka, who is envious, proclaims that Kaichai must compete in a cooking competition. Despite Kaichai's preference for chicken, she and Mamasaka agree to compete in a cooking competition, and they settle on producing local hot pot specialties. On the way to Okinawa, Mamasaka and Rina make acquaintances while dining at a restaurant. They inadvertently overhear Maru and Kai speaking to one another. He advises that Maru form a harem to avoid causing sadness to anyone. Mamasaka eventually concludes that she is the last candidate for Maru's affections. She decides not to let Maru and Kaichai get too close on the vacation, preferring to keep a certain gap between them. The party settles on room assignments after they get to Kaichai's beach house and then goes to the pool area for some rest. Maru recommends that everyone wear bikinis and take a collective shower, which earns him a humorous yet serious punishment from Kai, who tosses him into the pool. Meanwhile, Kuroha discusses the upcoming vacation with Akane as she goes about her housekeeping duties. Things suddenly change, though, as Kuroha starts to feel extremely enraged and envious at the mere notion of Maru and Mamasaka getting closer. Back on the beach, everyone, including Rina, who was persuaded by Kai, is having an excellent time. The party comes to a halt when Maru receives a phone call from Kaichai, who demands to see her bikini in private. They go to a remote beach where Kaichai shows off her swimsuit. Their intimate moment is unexpectedly cut short by a jealous phone call from Mamasaka as they sit together, Kaichai placed on Maru's knee. Mamasaka has been observing everything, along with Kai and Rina, and as she approaches Maru, an inadvertent revelation occurs. Mamasaka unintentionally reveals that she has padded her chest. Maru and Rina spend their time studying at the beach house, while Kaichai practices her dance routine. Maru offers his assistance after observing Kaichai's attempts and amazes Rina and Kai with his unexpected talent for dance, which they find somewhat surprising given their impression of him. Maru meets Kaichai, who is feeling depressed by the coastline, later that day while Mamasaka is busy in the kitchen. Her mood has been dimmed by Kachai, who has been making chicken, Maru's favorite dish. Anyhow, Maru manages to brighten her spirits, and their bond deepens, almost leading to a kiss. Just then, Maru becomes mindful of Ai's suggestion to be cautious on such trips, causing him to pause the action. The following day, Maru wakes up and meets Kurohaha, who shows up with her sisters. Upon their arrival at the beach house, the Shida sisters are met with Kuroha's discontent towards Maru due to his earlier pleasurable experience. Midori holds Kuroha back while Ai offers her sympathies. Later, Kai gathers everyone for a meeting to outline the schedule, incorporating time for essay writing, studying, and filming. Observing Maru and Kachai's increased closeness following the essay session, Kuroha decides to employ her unique tactics. As the group prepares for a day of beach fun, Kuroha catches Maru's eye with her bikini choice. However, Midori taunts her and highlights Kachai's perceived superiority, igniting Kuroha's anger. This prompts Kuroha to request a private conversation with Maru. Despite their ongoing disagreement, Kuroha takes an unexpected approach during their private talk, revealing a previously unseen, cruel side. She repeatedly confesses her feelings to Maru in a way that frustrates and angers him. During a study session, Kuroha hands Maru an unconventional test. As she persistently professes her love to him through repeated confessions, Maru faces the challenge with renewed determination and approaches the exercises with full vigor. Following the study session, the group shifts their focus to planning for the upcoming video shoot. A proposal from Akane regarding the speakers prompts Maru to reach out to Kai. Maru takes on the role of facilitator, arranging a conversation between Akane and Kai to help Akane overcome her shyness. During dinner, Maru becomes concerned about Kachai's sore feet, which have been bothering her since the essay session. Midori steps in to offer assistance by applying a bandage to alleviate the discomfort. Late at night, while the others are asleep, Maru heads to the beach. There, he observes Kachai receiving a call from Meiko. Their conversation revolves around Kachai's dedication to the project and her determination to stay true to her feelings as they prepare for the upcoming video shoot. At the same time, Ai notices Akane observing the scene unfold. Ai confides in Akane about her affection for Maru, leading to an emotional exchange. In this conversation, Akane confesses that she, too, has developed feelings for Maru. However, she decides to keep her emotions concealed, as all of her sisters seem to share similar sentiments. As the sun rises on a new day, both Kuroha and Mamasaka keenly observe a burgeoning closeness between Maru and Kachai. Amidst the filming of scenes, Maru asserts the perfection of a shot. Yet the equilibrium is disrupted when Kachai slips while descending the stage. Eru rushes to her aid, inadvertently injuring his own arm in the process, a moment that blurs the lines between fiction and reality, resonating with a deeper connection. Back at school, Kai engages in the meticulous task of editing the footage. Abe's presence punctuates the scene as he seeks to glean details about the trip. Kai's explanation sheds light on the rationale behind Kachai's selection for the lead role, a blend of Mamasaka's concern for Kuroha and Maru's preference for a partner with a more delicate demeanor. The narrative pivots to scenes of Maru and Kuroha hitching a ride with Kachai and her father. In this intimate setting, Maru unveils a significant revelation to Kuroha. Kachai will be moving in with him to assist in his recovery. The news reverberates, unsettling Kuroha, who raises her objections. Kachai's father's determination prevails, prompting Kuroha to reluctantly acquiesce, agreeing to accompany Kachai and serve as the caretaker during this pivotal period. As Maru seeks solace within the restroom, his mind surrenders to a daydream of an imaginative nature, intricately weaving together a scenario involving Kachai that carries a suggestive undertone. This playful mental tangent is interrupted by a summons from the female members of the group. As they gather, the conversation shifts to Maru's intricate web of emotions. Desiring insight, he turns to Kai for guidance, receiving an unexpected directive to embrace the situation at hand. Seeking to ensure propriety, the female members propose an overnight stay in the living room. The scene takes an unexpected twist with the arrival of Kuroha's sisters, who exhibit a fondness for Maru that defies convention. Kuroha herself joins in the playful atmosphere, jesting about her own affections. However, a dual exodus transpires as both Kuroha and Mamasaka are summoned away for the night, leaving Maru alone. In this void, Kachai's maid, Shun, steps forward as an unexpected confidante. She dispels any romantic notions harbored by Maru, clarifying that Kachai holds him in high regard, though her feelings remain resolutely platonic. Shin unveils an emerging dynamic, a friendly rivalry between herself and Maru for Kachai's attention. Resuming school life, Momosaku's presence stirs ripples of curiosity among Maru's male peers, who observe the rapport forged between them during lunch. Envy bubbles as they scrutinize their connection, sparking a subtle undercurrent of commotion. As Kachai extends an invitation to share a meal, Shin's words echo in Maru's mind, casting a shadow over the encounter. His polite departure ensues as internal conflict wrestles with external interaction. The layers of his emotions and the complex tapestry of relationships continue to weave together. A rooftop encounter with Kuroha emerges as a pivotal juncture, offering a chance to mend the frayed threads of their friendship. Light-hearted teasing and playful exchanges revive the camaraderie that once defined their connection. Amidst the banter, a call from Kai interrupts the moment, bringing forth an intriguing proposition. Kai's idea resonates, a documentary chronicling Maru's departure from the entertainment industry, a venture that promises attention from television networks. United by this compelling prospect, the club members unite, aiming to capture the authentic conclusion of Child King, Maru's final acting role. The path forward materializes, solidifying their collective purpose and invigorating their shared commitment. As the credits roll, a pivotal discussion unfolds among the girls, marked by the realization that boundaries are needed within their intricate relationships. The conversation takes a nuanced turn as a disagreement brews between Kachai and Momosaku. Seeking harmony, Kachai proposes a compromise, a middle ground that both can agree on. With the boundaries established, they embark on specific concessions. Momosaku pledges to cease causing disturbances, while Kuroha agrees to temper her overt proclamations of affection for Maru. The conversation evolves, and a plan takes shape, one in which the girls pledge to take turns in watching over Maru, ensuring that their presence remains a constant in his life. Within this exchange, Momosaku's input triggers a surge of creativity. Her documentary idea ignites the competitive spirit within the group. Energized by the potential of the project, each girl decides to employ her unique approach to get closer to Maru. Awakening to Shin's whimsical graffiti on his cast, Maru's world is shaken as her playful antics ensue. The playful mood is disrupted when Kuroha intervenes, quelling the mischief with a stern reprimand. Amidst this dynamic, a comical undercurrent weaves through their interactions, underscoring the evolving relationships. Their morning routine takes an unexpected turn as they stumble upon a tabloid expose detailing Maru's retirement. The gravity of the situation prompts an emergency assembly of the Ultramarine Alliance. The truth surfaces. Shun is the author of the gossip piece, his vendetta against Maru woven into the fabric of his words. Kai unveils a countermove, suggesting a strategy centered around the documentary proposal that Shun has already presented to a streaming platform. Maru's concurrence becomes pivotal, leading to the decision to craft a documentary chronicling the genuine conclusion of Child King. Their collective drive becomes a weapon, aimed at rewriting the narrative that Shun has spun. Amidst these plans, Momosaku emerges as the strategist, proposing interviews at pivotal locations from Maru's history. In one such exchange between Maru and Kachai, a poignant memory resurfaces, a shared intention to visit Tokyo Tower. The emotional depth of their conversation spills over, nearly culminating in a kiss, only to be interrupted by the realization that they are being recorded. In defiance of circumstance, they commit to realizing their initial plan, to ascend Tokyo Tower, mirroring their shared journey returning home. Kachai is brimming with enthusiasm, a palpable energy guiding her steps to the kitchen. Simultaneously, Maru seizes the moment, sharing images of Kachai with Shin in a playful endeavor to curry favor. Shin's wits are summoned, yet her attempts to outmaneuver Maru are met with resounding failure. Despite this, a private satisfaction simmers beneath her facade. The following dawn ushers in a light-hearted scene, with Kachai embarking on a mission to rouse Maru from slumber. What seems poised to become an intimate moment takes a comedic twist as Momosaku's intervention curtails the potential romantic atmosphere. Joined by Momosaku, the trio becomes entangled in joviality, laughter permeating the scene. As Shin enters the fray, Kachai and Momosaku's efforts to massage Maru's muscles draw her attention, weaving a humorous tableau. The interplay of personalities and the dynamic interactions reinforce the bonds uniting them. The narrative takes a poignant turn as Maru and Momosaku engage in an interview, traversing the landscape of their past romance. The conversation veers towards an unexpected revelation: Momosaku's encounter with Maru's mother, a pivotal chapter in their narrative. This candid exchange exposes her desire to draw closer to Maru, unearthing layers of emotion beneath the surface. Momosaku becomes emotional and begins to cry after Maru frankly relates his mother's tale, and how her loss affected him. Devastated, she becomes overwhelmed by a sense of longing. In an effort to comfort her, Maru breaks down in tears as well, displaying his own intense sadness and longing for his mother. Maru and Momosaka find solace in each other's arms, emotions flowing freely in a tender embrace marked by shared tears. A desire for an intimate kiss lingers, and Momosaka's ingenuity seizes the moment, capitalizing on the cozy atmosphere. Shin's watchful gaze becomes a comical presence, assuming the role of the love police. Efforts to persuade her with playful bribes of Kachai's childhood images unfold, only to culminate in a playful kick, shattering the carefully laid plan. The subsequent day at school, Kai remains steadfast in his conviction that Shun is the orchestrator of the media attention. The path forward crystallizes as Kai devises a retaliatory maneuver, a strategy involving the simultaneous release of the documentary and the conclusion of Child King. The stakes heighten, and the characters gear up for a showdown, uniting their collective determination against external forces. A change of scenery transports Maru and Kuroha to a cave, a relic from Maru's past, once a haven in the wake of his mother's passing. Their conversation meanders through recollections of times gone by, revisiting the days when Kuroha followed Maru to this secluded space. Beside the tranquil river, a conversation unfurls between Maru and Kuroha, a poignant reflection on their recent clashes and misunderstandings. Seeking clarity, they delve into their differing viewpoints, each sharing their perspective in a bid to foster a deeper understanding of one another. Amidst this exchange, apologies weave the threads of reconciliation, and the discourse transitions into a resurfacing confession of Kuroha's affection for Maru. Yet, the vulnerable confession bears a caveat. Kuroha's intuition detecting Maru's lingering sentiment for Kachai. Her statement, brave yet tinged with resignation, is withdrawn, a shared acknowledgement of their intricate emotional landscape. A novel pact emerges from the ashes of this revelation, a discreet partnership wherein Kuroha poses as Maru's secret childhood girlfriend, their relationship existing as an illusion until Maru is ready to reciprocate fully. The narrative twists, ushering Abe into the picture as he arrives at the entertainment club, seeking insight into Maru's current circumstances. Kai's revelation, the perception that Kachai's hold on Maru's heart has waned, fuels discussions. Kuroha's ingenious plan unfolds, a strategic move to revert to the old dynamic before the confession festival. Her calculated confession, shared with Kai and leveraged to ensure his silence, forms a web of intrigue that concerns Abe. Maru, now fully recovered, decides to film the end of Child King. With the documentary and the climactic conclusion of Child King unveiled to the world, Kai delivers a surprising revelation to Maru. He now has a fan club, a testament to the impact of his journey and the connections forged along the way. As Maru's world expands, the threads of his story continue to weave, each interaction leaving an indelible mark. Simultaneously, a shift takes place among the female protagonists, Kuroha, Kachai, and Momosaka. The rivalry for Maru's affection is replaced by a united front, a decision to collectively support him. Their individual journeys converge, creating a stronger foundation marked by camaraderie and shared purpose. A captivating epilogue follows the credits, offering a glimpse into the Child King movie's actual ending. Maru's character emerges from a coma surrounded by the three major heroines, Kuroha, Kachai, and Momosaka. Who did Maru end up with? Find out in the next episode, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.